Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed Center Stage with Global Thought Leaders, a Right Source Global initiative. I am Ajuna Sharawat, Chief Anchor and Editor at Global Thought Leaders, and I will be your host today during this Center Stage interview. Global Thought Leaders is a platform where industry titans can share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices with one another and future leaders. We hope to bring together this global community of distinguished individuals by conducting these center stage interviews. Great leadership lessons benefit everyone when we can identify, nurture, and apply tricks of trade that have proven to be successful formulae for many. In a nutshell, we seek to distill these industry leaders' multi-decadal learnings and establish a knowledge-sharing community. Prashant Ogale, an industry veteran, has joined us on the center stage today. He is an industry titan with over 34 years of experience in the specialty chemicals, pharmaceutical, agrochemical, and petrochemical industries, as well as more recently in the mining and beneficiation plant. He not only manages overall businesses as profit centers, but he also leads strategic alliances with business partners for the formation of joint ventures for products and develop strategy for new product identification, development, implementation, and growth. He is currently affiliated with Gujarat Fluorochemicals Limited, where he holds various leadership and responsibility positions. He is the Chief Operating Officer of the Fluoro Specialty Business, the business head of joint venture operations for the fluorospar business in Morocco, and director on the board for the JV joint venture with Gujarat government, Swarnim Gujarat. He is in charge of the annual revenue and expense budget processes, as well as the strategy for achieving the target business profitability of rupees 400 crore and increasing it to rupees 800 crore by 2022-23. He also handles overall project management as well as CapEx evaluation, revenue, and control for new projects. Welcome, Prashant.
Thank you very much, Ajuna, for a very good introduction. Thanks a lot.
Prashant, could you tell us, as someone with over 3 decades of experience in the chemical industry, how you got started on this journey and how it led you to become a key industry player?
Okay, my journey starts way back in 1987 when I graduated or post-graduated from University Department of Chemical Technology. In those days, there were very few chemical engineering colleges, and this was one of the important college in Mumbai. And I post-graduated from there with my master's degree in chemical engineering. And I joined a company called Bombay Dyeing and Manufacturing Company, not in a textile division, but Bombay Dyeing had a petrochemical plant in industrial area near Patal Ganga or Panvel. And there I started as a graduate trainee engineer and started learning all our applications of chemical engineering. As it stood, immediately based on my performance, I was selected for the expansion project of the Bombay Dyeing, where they wanted to increase the capacity to double whatever they were producing. And then I was posted in United States for doing the basic engineering design and also the detail engineering design. And that was the early stage opportunity I got to really get into the projects and the design stage. Having completed that project of Bombay Dyeing, I quickly rose to the position of plant manager because I had all the knowledge, information, and everything with respect to the new plant, which was designed and operated. Successful commissioning of that plant on time and within the budget made me confident that yes, I can deal with maybe the bigger projects. I got opportunity subsequently to move to the similar kind of petrochemical plant with Garware polyester. So after a stint of about 8 or 9 years in Bombay Dyeing, I moved to Garware Polyester. And there I did the similar kind of project, which was again a petrochemical plant, and completed that project also. And then I became the overall responsible person for the operations in Garware Polyester. But at that time, there was a change in my destiny, probably, that Mr. Garware selected me for, I was in Aurangabad, and then he said, enough of you to work here in the small town, you need to come to Mumbai. And then he picked me up for a new department which he started, where he started, in those days, it called the technical marketing cell. So I became responsible for the technical marketing cell, where we were supposed to introduce the new products in the market and initiate the business development activities. Here, as I said, it turned my professional career, that I got exposed to the business development and commercial activities. And there I started my journey of, because I had already done enough of manufacturing and technical part, I became techno-commercial when I really came to Mumbai. And I started my business development and all those activities there. Having continued working with Garware, I also represented Garware for several international forums and seminars and conferences, where I was speaker on behalf of Garware Polyester. At the same time, we did a lot of new product launches, which needed the technical expertise to be explained to customers. And that was a turning point, as I said, and it became more of a techno-commercial man. Then after the Garwares, I thought that I need a change, and I was looking for a change again, where I got opportunity in the pharmaceutical sector. So I shifted to a company called Calix Chemicals and Pharmaceutical, which is primarily an API manufacturing company, with the primary responsibility, because they were looking for a person who has technical plus commercial abilities, and that is what they could find in. And I shifted there with the responsibility of installing all the new projects for them. And then subsequently, of course, taking over as the overall responsible person for the company, including sales, marketing, procurement, and everything. So that's like a practically all operating officer. They did not have those designations in those days, but it was vice president with all entire responsibility of this thing. So that's how I become overall responsible for a complete business per se. Subsequent to that, I entered into a specialty chemical zone, where I joined Atul Limited in their Mumbai office only, but the manufacturing is in Valsad. And there it is more responsibility of bulk chemicals, and the specialty chemicals was under my belt. And I became responsible for that. But this is a place where I really, because the primary responsibility was to identify the new potentials for the business, not the conventional business. And I started looking for it, and there I really got into knowledge and information, plus actually success in generating a JV for Atul Limited with AkzoNobel of Netherlands. And they created, we created that joint venture, a separate company was formed, and the new products were launched. And that is how this successful JV was implemented from Atul. And it is still in operation right now. They are going very strong. But after that, immediately, I mean, once I completed that JV, immediately I got this opportunity with Gujarat Fluorochemicals, where they were expanding substantially in fluoro specialty chemicals, where they wanted a head for the business of their fluoro specialty division. Gujarat Fluorochemicals is primarily divided into two sections. One is fluoropolymers division, and one is fluoro specialty division. So they had a head of someone who's taking care of the polymer part, but they needed someone to really take care and then take a headway on fluoro specialty. And when I joined this fluoro specialty division, they had started new, and it was maybe a one product company. But then the role which I took it was primarily to identify and develop new products in the fluoro specialty basket, so that it increases. When I joined, as I said, it was about say 40-50 crore turnover only. Today we are already on 400 crore plus and targeting this year to reach almost 800 crore. And the product basket, the plants, everything has been increased in last 5 years, where it is substantially grown as a business for Gujarat Fluorochemicals. And I feel proud to be part of that team who's doing it. As a matter of fact, I'm leading the team for this one. Uh, while doing so, I also became, I also got involved with my experience in the JVs and all those things. The company decided to put me into another JV, which we have in Morocco, which is for our raw material, which is being produced there. So that's a mining and the beneficiation plant, which is a completely new, which was a completely new alien for me. And there were a lot of issues in that plant to be done for commissioning and all those things. So I got into that also, got into the team, led the team successfully. Today that plant is operating in a good, proper quality and capacity. And it's already as a part of our group, which is already there. Along with that, then I also was nominated by the company as on the board of directors of our another JV, which is happening for the same fluorspar in India. And that's with the Gujarat Mining Development Corporation, GMDC. And so I'm part of that team also. We are trying to explore that mining in India and trying to put the beneficiation plant. And that is how the journey begins. However, the major focus continues to be on the fluoro specialty at this point of time, where I said that we are already 400 crore plus turnover and targeting this year to go close to at least 800 crore. And that's the objective at this moment I have. So overall, different areas, different industries, pharmaceutical, petrochemical, mining industry. So all in all, last, I would say 15 years or so, I'm practically working like a business head and taking the leadership role with all the disciplines practically reporting to me. So that's the thing which I'm there, and I would love to contribute more and more wherever we get this opportunity. And that's my thing at this point of time.
Very, very inspiring journey, Prashant. Very inspiring.
Yes, it's been a roller coaster. It's not very smooth sailing, obviously.
Obviously,
but
a lot of challenges you must have faced.
Absolutely. And I think that is one thing which really excites us more. That if probably the monotonous things probably may not excite that much, and then you become stagnant. But the challenges make you think and think differently. And that is how probably we all succeed and then try to make, and that is how the organizations today are looking for, that this is what they want.
If you would like to tell us about any top 2, 3 challenges that you faced, it's not listed in the questionnaire, but...
No, but the fact is, there are many challenges which today we are maybe facing. One more of the similar kind of challenge is the recession. You know, we have gone through these 2 cycles. I have gone through the 2 cycles of recession in the past, and probably we are talking about it, that this may be one of the 3rd recession. So how to survive in that recessionary time is a major challenge for the leader. It's very easy to say that, sail through that one and then you will be good, and that really turns out to be true. But sailing out of this recession is not that easy. But there are many points which need to take care, and it is not a conventional challenge. It's altogether a different kind of challenge, where you lose people, where you lose funding. There are no investments available. There is a lot of things. The businesses, those customers are going down. Suddenly their market demand is down. Projections which are given go haywire. So all those things are also there. So every specific challenge which comes in your way need to be handled in a different way. The only thing which remains constant in all these things is a very cost-effective manufacturing or high efficiency zone in which your all team need to work. And in these times, because the team get demoralized, they lose the sales contract, they lose. So there are many things which are very difficult, and those two. So those are the things which you need to handle. Of course, there are early alerts available for all these things. It's not that the alerts are not available, but it's important that how do you catch them. And if you catch them right, then probably your thinking process starts little early, which helps you in staying ahead of other people. And then maybe you can handle that. Uh, there are many other things which are coming, new challenges right now. All of a sudden, you must have heard, all of a sudden there is a crunch of coal. The energy will be limited. This is absolutely, probably none of us has thought ever that this will happen. And this is happening. Now, how do you handle this situation? We have been talking about it to be renewable energy sources and then go for the wind power and all those things. But I mean, it's not easy. But yes, there are early indications. And if you are taking care of those, probably there are ways and means to come out of it. There are many ways. Suddenly there is a war. Probably we never thought that there would be a war in today's times. But the war, and it's just going on. All the raw material supplies are grossly affected. The supply chains are grossly affected. And these are all specific challenges. There are normal challenges like you have price trend going up and down or something like that, which are maybe cycles and which you can handle. But these are one-off challenges which are very typical challenges, very difficult to handle. But yes, if you start thinking early, then there are some clues and some things comes to you where you can really take care of those things. So challenges are bound to be there, and you will get new challenges every time.
Absolutely. Prashant, how do you see the Industrial Revolution 4.0 impacting the industry with the introduction of new technologies such as AI, ML, blockchain, cloud, IoT, as someone who plays a key role in overall project management and business growth?
Yeah, I mean, this is, I would say this is a boon to industry. This is absolutely a fantastic opportunity which is in offing at this point of time. It is at a nascent stage and it is coming up. It is a, we will call that improvisation in system, or in today's word, they call it as a cyber physical system implementation. So that is very important. This all artificial intelligence or the cloud and everything, whatever is happening today, this is obviously increasing the speed of work and the decision making to a great extent. All these artificial intelligence is improving all your working efficiency substantially, and properly used, this will lead to a worry-free, better productivity zone, which is very important for today's world. As I said, there are every step or everything wherever this artificial intelligence is being used, and I will keep on focusing on artificial intelligence because it is one of the key factor which is going to be there in all industry, everywhere is going to be there. But the most important thing is that it will help us gradually in doing a lot of predictive maintenance, predictive improvements ahead of time before getting into the trouble. This will increase the safety of the plant, because this is one of the most important thing for all the chemical plants. And if you have heard a lot of accidents in last few days, that's a few months rather, that's horrible. I mean, it's like anything going wrong and we lose the life and accidents and all those things. So there will be advanced information intimations coming out, and to deal with it is going to be very easy once these are done. So the safety of the plant, efficiencies of the plants, all those manufacturing sector, be it a chemical sector, be it pharmaceutical, petrochemical, anything, whatever you talk about, or even in other industry like automobile industry or something like that also, is all going to help in a substantial way to make them more safer and more productive, more efficient in all respect. All these things definitely, and in today's world, as I was mentioning you a few minutes back, the cost effectiveness is going to be the key part. Everywhere it is important that your efficiencies need to improve on the cost factor, and that's one of the threats which probably I could have spoken about is a China threat. It is always there. But today, if India is being looked up as one of the substitute for China, then definitely we need to be more cost competitive with China. and cost competition will come out of all these latest technologies which are available. So all of us need to use this gradually as it's creeping in, and they need to be used for betterment and worry-free, better productivity everywhere in all respect. And that's the thing which I would say. Yes, this revolution is happening, and it is for absolutely necessity. I will not say it is a boon and all those things is okay. It initially started with that, but today I think it's a need of the time that we need this.
Absolutely. Need of the time, and we have to adapt accordingly.
And this will definitely help in growing, as I mean, all industries need growth. Everybody needs, so all those growth. So if you talk about increasing efficiencies and all those things, which means that your productivity from the same plants can be increased. Doing additional investments and all those things is realistically, again, a big thing to do. But if you can improve on the productivities from the same plant, become more cost effective, the growths definitely are bound to be there. And that is one thing which everybody will look for.
Prashant, your achievements and successes are numerous. What and who do you credit your success to? What role do leaders play in overall business growth and strategy implementation?
The success, okay, my success, I would attribute to my gurus, because I mean, it's important. During the college days, I was I mean, one of the renowned name I would like to take it here is Professor M.M. Sharma, who is a guru of all chemical engineers in the world, I would say, not in India. And he was our head of the department in University Department of Chemical Technology when I was studying there. He is very active. He is, I think, 85 plus today, but he's still active in the field of chemical engineering. So he was and I really owe my lot of chemical engineering knowledge to him. But yes, it was theoretical knowledge. Subsequently, obviously, my first couple of industrial gurus who helped me in making this application of all my knowledge into commercial application, or actually using the knowledge into the industry. Because theory is different and practical is different. There are linkages, but there is a difference, and which you need to understand and apply it properly. So those are the things which I would say. But one more important thing which I will say is my own inquisitiveness and the curiosity for getting into each and every subject or project, whatever we call it, into more details and going to the root of everything up to the base level. I think that is one thing which is very important for myself, as I feel that my success is coming to that. I would use the word in one word is that I have a question, or I have a habit of asking question why. Even if I'm doing something, I think myself that why am I doing it? And what is the thing which is coming out of it? If I find answer, then I go for one more why. That's kind of, so it's like your analysis when you talk about why analysis. That's one of the methods of investigating the things, and that is what I do it. Even when we look for the project, or when we look for the new business which is going, I mean, why are we going to do this, and how are we going to be benefited? So probing and questioning into the thing, going into more detail, trying to find answer, and not hesitating. If you don't have answer, go to the right people and find out people who can answer those questions. It's not that I know everything sort of thing will help you at all point of time. Somewhere or other, there will be limitations. We are all humans. And with this limitation, but we need not hesitate to find out that who is the right person who can help me out. But you must try to fulfill your curiosity, and that answer probably will take you to the right success to the project. So that's what is my strong belief. And you were asking about, I think, the role of a leader in any successful business or anywhere. I would say a role of leader, first and foremost thing probably would be a very, the word probably may not right or wrong, opportunist mind is the most important thing. You must be in a position to identify and spot the opportunities where I can progress. I means it's not me, it's my team, and it's the organization which can progress. be it business, be it expansions, be it what is that opportunity which we really look for. And that opportunity spotting and that opportunist mind, that's the reason I called it as opportunist mind, is very important for any leader, where he looks for that and then it takes his team along with him for that success of that opportunity, or converting that opportunity into the success. That is one thing which will, obviously at this point of time, then a different thought process will come into mind. It's not the conventional, because anything you try to create new, it's not going to be easy. You have to have creative mind in that. For example, if I'm considering a project to be done and we start this based on the greenfield project and there is only ground, and we think of a project how it is going to look like, and we start building this engineering and all those things, we need to build that in our mind first as how it's going to look like. It's like
Visualization.
is like a movie maker. The movie maker visualizes the movie as how it looks to be, and they keep on doing it again and again, again and again, till they reach perfection. Probably we engineers do not have that ability to keep on doing again and again. We have to do it in one shot. So we can't keep on doing the retakes of those things. So those kind of things which need to be taken care of. So a lot of creative mind is also required. And obviously, as I said here, the most important for leader is the team, where you need to handhold the team all the time and take it towards whatever is your objective and take them to them. Obviously, with the team, when you are working, there will be problems. And as I said, no work goes without any problems or challenges. So even working with the team, they will have challenges, there will be difficulties. And I always tell my team that, believe me, all these challenges and all these difficulties are making us to be here. Otherwise, none of us is required here, and the promoters can go to the operators and do the things, So that is how the things are. And it's important to do that, but have empathy with the team, how they want, what are their problems, difficulties, resolve them and solve their problem. They will help you out in getting out of all the problems. So this is how the team probably can be led. And I think these are the 2-3 things which I feel are important for any leader to be successful.
Absolutely. Starting from being all your mentors, being responsible for your success and your learnings, and you yourself have always remained curious and asked the question why, and have tried to find the answer from the right people. That kept you going and made you succeed at every step wherever you face challenges. And then, of course, you are an example of a good leader, excellent leader.
But that my team probably will answer that better than
yeah, with all the qualities that you listed and all the opportunist mind and the way to go about solving the problems.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'd like to hear your thoughts as a corporate governance expert on how this knowledge will help you and others like you deal with board challenges in the future.
Again, corporate governance in today's time, I mean, earlier it was only a word. In today's time, it is a need. It is again utmost essential part of any organization per se. And I've been in industry at several high-level positions and the corporate meetings and the board meetings and all those things. I mean, they're essential part of today's boards and today's senior level management meeting. They're the same. I mean, I don't much distinguish between the board meeting and the senior level management meeting. They should have the similar kind of work culture, ethics. Most important in this one is that the deliberations between the board members or deliberations between the senior members of the team, there has to be a clarity of thoughts and the debates happening. It should not be a monologue which is coming either from promoter and just the directive as the things, and that's not the right way of doing the thing. So maybe the concept can come, but the clarity of thoughts and actions arising out of it and accountability for those actions. So it's not that you take some decision and leave it to somebody and then it's only execution or all this. Even that accountability in the corporate governance is important, that all these leaders, top leaders who are sitting either in board or, as I said, any other meeting also, is very important. So to say that it is, sorry to use the word, but it is not a postman job that decision is taken and conveyed. It is to take the accountability and perform to deliver what has been discussed about. And that is what is need of today, maybe, that all these performance of big leaders need to be measured, monitored properly. There are different things where the director's evaluation is done and all those sort of things, which is okay. But it is very specific, either a KRA based or something like that, we can do it. But that is one thing which is important. And that is, I think, we need to bring in. Gradually, it is coming in, and it is important today. As I mentioned that accountability and performance is important. One of the most important in corporate governance is also the ethical practices and cultures to be brought in. Now, these are all important aspects which are definitely being done, but I would say that they need to be more practiced than said. And that is what is important today. So the corporate governance is going to be all these things. Other things which are there, like legal compliances, those are all regular challenges and all those things. They are all, I think, very standard things which are there. One of the important things which I feel is also essential in Indian organizations and the boards is segregation or separation between the functional CEO and the promoters like CMD or chairman or something like that. Then realistically, this kind of discussions and things will happen. Otherwise, it will not happen. So in corporate governance, I think I personally feel that these are all few things probably will make it more meaningful when we sit in the board and do it. That will be, I mean, it is required to be done. It is being done. But I think more of it will help the industry substantially to further, making it more robust.
Right.
I think my thoughts probably would be different compared to many other, but yes, I think this is what is my thinking.
Absolutely. It has to be a contribution of everybody's thoughts and views. So,
yeah.
Prashant, we have been building the Global Thought Leaders community for cross-pollination of knowledge and a community of independent directors, a better corporate governance in the country. What are your thoughts on these initiatives?
Well, this is a fantastic initiative. I mean, there is no doubt about it. And when I heard about it, I was excited that obviously these things will help. And that is what we look for, because it's not only that, I mean, the typical growth of, 10%, 20% and all those things. The days have gone. Now you have to talk something substantially. So to say, unless and until you have a versatile leadership team, or, the team of board members or whoever are there, they probably can add a lot of value. But to bring them together, identify them and build this kind of teams, I think is a otherwise, the industry will not go for scouting for this kind of people. They are all known. And as I remember in 20 years back, the board members used to be the relatives of all the promoters, and they used to come and sit there and do. But in today's world, when we talk about independent directors are coming in and contributing with their experience and all those things. So obviously, this kind of team building will immensely help all the industry and obviously all the organizations. So I really appreciate this initiative, and I think this is excellent move.
Thank you for your feedback. And that was an excellent conversation with you, Prashant. Your insights will, I'm very confident, inspire the next generation of leaders. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you for joining us today on call with Global Thought Leaders. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks a lot, Ajuna. I mean, it was a wonderful session with you, and I really appreciate this. Your questions have given me some more wise And I will really try to find answers for them because that's the way I'm built in, and I will do that. So thanks a lot, Arjuna, once again. I appreciate it.
It was a pleasure, immense pleasure having this conversation with you, Prashant.